Grady White Boats' reputation for designing ruggedly elegant fishing boats is legendary. Our attention to quality, detail, and customer service is unmatched. From our Fisherman 180 and Coastal Explorers series to the unrivaled Canyon 456, you'll find no boat that rides better and offers more fishing amenities. Go ahead, experience fishing at its best. Get the Grady.
Hello, welcome to the Carolina Outdoor Journal. Well, today we're headed off the coast of North Carolina. We're going to be fishing off a couple of shipwrecks. We're going to be going after the AJ. Joe, it's the Amberjack.
That's right, and a lot of anglers kind of turn their nose up to them because they're such a powerful fish that they really will tax you on any tackle that you throw. You really need to have heavy, stout tackle, especially as the captain and mate will tell us a little later, if you're fishing over a shipwreck or any type of bottom structure, because the first thing the AJ is going to do when he's hooked, he's going to go try to break you off, and a lot of times they'll do that.
We'll talk about how to rig for an Amberjack on Gear Time.
That's right. They'll go back and they'll show us the tackle. We were using this day 30 and 50 wide pins, which are real heavy. It's real heavy equipment, but you'll tell by the expression of the anglers that they're really up on a battle, and even with stout tackle, that's what you're up against.
Now, Kelly Davis is going to take us on a trip through the roadways of North Carolina, look at some fall wildflowers.
That's right. Just anywhere along the country path that you may take, you'll see the wildflowers. They bloom in the fall, unlike you think flowers and blooming in the spring, but in the fall, if you just take notice, they're out there.
All right, it's Kelly Davis, it's Gear Time, and it's the powerful Amberjack, all right here on the Carolina Outdoor Journal.
Well, Kurt, here we are again at one of my favorite places in all the world. We're at Cape Hatteras here in about the middle of August, Got a beautiful day out here, a little breezy, not much biting. So what we say we go out and try to catch us an amberjack.
Well, that sounds like a good plan. We're aboard the release today with Captain Ron Whitaker and his mate, Elson Myers. We were planning on catching amberjack. From what I know about them, they are hard-fighting fish. The only ones I've ever had on was king mackerel fishing, and they pretty much had their way with me. Today we'll be using heavier tackle, pinfish for bait, and I'm really looking forward to a great day.
I am
fighting
too.
some hard fish on the wrecks right off Cape Hatteras.
I just want to get a good pull, and I think if we can hit them, I think that's what we'll find.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Me too. Hooked up. Let me get him off that wreck.
All right.
I got him coming.
What's the deal here, Elson?
Bill's hooked up here. We got him on the down rig.
I'm talking about right here.
How's it feel, Bill?
He feels heavy. He really does.
Now what you want to do is keep his head turned up. He's trying to get in that wreck. You're doing a good job of keeping him out.
I'm gonna go ahead and get him on up here.
There you go. You want to follow him wherever he goes. Now, Kurt, let yours out in full spool right fast. There's a good chance it'll be enough
All right.
behind Bill's.
How's it feel, Bill?
A lot heavier than I thought he might feel. Just thinking about it coming out. Come on to Daddy. Hey, I'm not
Bring
used.
him on up, Bill.
I'm not used to this kind of. There he is.
Yeah, I see him.
There he is. I see him.
They like it deep, don't they?
Here's the leader. There he is. Oh yeah, good job. There he is.
Watch those hooks.
Pretty AJ.
Boy,
yeah.
Good catch, Bill.
That's
Yeah, he's
one
pretty.
there.
Look at the color of him. That's what they call him, an
Nice
amberjack, isn't it?
Man,
Whoa.
Throw him back in.
go ahead. There he goes, bud.
Good job, Bill.
Appreciate
Good
that.
job. Let's get you another.
Boy, that was fun. Woo. All right, Kurt. Boy, that was fun. I'm still just. How deep of water are we in here?
Well, we made a move out to some deeper water here. We're over a wreck called the Dixie Arrow.
Dixie Arrow.
It's a steamer that went down here. We're about 16 miles off the inlet here. We're fishing right now in about 85 feet of water.
85.
And your rig there.
You were down about 50, weren't we?
Exactly. That's
As
exactly.
soon as it got down to 50, boom.
Yeah, y'all hadn't even turned away from it.
Nah.
It's like Kirk said, as soon as you get your stuff right, it's all
Yeah.
about having it
Man.
right there. It's all about
I tell you what,
bait at the right depth.
that is fun fishing though. I mean, to do something when the kings aren't biting, that's pretty exciting. Hey, well, Kurt, you got something, buddy? Yeah, baby. All right, buddy.
Crank it down, Rick.
You want me to leave this line in, El?
Sure.
All right.
Tell you what you can do, Bill. You can pick that one up and crank it up a little bit and then just free pull it down.
All right.
Let that make it come down.
What you got, Kurt?
Man, I feel like I got the bottom, like feel him shaking his head.
You feel the bottom shaking his head?
Just a gun there.
Well, you're probably close to the bottom. Come on and get him on up here. How you gonna go ahead and get him off that wreck, man?
Man.
Are you a man or a mouse? Come on.
Yeah, Kurt. You can cheat on this one.
You
On
want
these two
another gear?
Cheated.
You can push your gear.
Cheated. Well, he's taking so much.
Yeah, I
you
can
can't even.
cheating on you, Bill. He's got it in low gear.
It's all right. Whatever.
That's a good
Tell you
thing
what,
about
these things are a good pull, aren't they, Kurt? Tell you what, every time you pull up, that thing it's just like like you're stuck. You just got to hold him. You know, I think this is a bigger fish than what I had on. You got to think about that thumb, don't you? It's all right. You're doing fine.
Oh, I'm getting a little bit now.
Yeah. I don't see anything down there yet. I'm about ready for this thing.
Kurt.
He's working on him.
Some guy killing me.
Hey.
We're looking on your reel here, Kurt. Is he taking line or are you getting?
No, I'm coming back a little bit on him.
There you go. Bend your knees, keep your back straight. Pump him up, Bill.
Yeah, come on, Kurt. Get him on up here.
Think about these short stand-up rods. Nice short strokes. You'll get his head turned right towards it. There you go.
Like that there.
See how now you got his head turned towards you?
There he is. See something down there.
There he is.
I believe this one may be bigger.
If he's not,
There he is. Look at that thing down there. That
you
is
sure put
beautiful.
something on yours.
He's pretty. There's a leader. There you go. Yeah.
Man,
Oh, I get those hooks that way. Right there.
I believe it is. I believe you got, what, 30 pounder there?
I tell you what, that's a pretty fish.
Look
Look
at
at
that
that color right there.
Uh-huh.
How much that fish weigh?
Say that one's pushing 40, wouldn't you say? Say that one's
40.
pushing 40. Good job, buddy. Say
I
goodbye.
got no strength left there.
Say goodbye to it.
Man.
We're using a single hook. It's a larger hook. So you put as much pressure on that fish as you feel like you can. There's your drag lever and you just...
Let's go to town then.
Yeah.
Me and him.
That's right.
You come over here, Bill.
Yeah, brother. Let's look over that way. Wow. Tell you what, you can. It's all right.
There you go. Along with that.
Unless you think I'm gonna break it. Baby, I'm gonna have this
He's
thing
coming
up
on
and
up. I don't believe that's as big a fish, is it, Bill?
We'll see.
They can fight, can't they?
Sure can when you got that thing dragged down like there he is.
Yeah, I see him.
Man, look, there's
There's
several
fish
more.
with him, fish with him.
Several more down there.
Not on that, I don't, baby.
Look at him down there. Here he is.
Oh, gosh, what a pretty fish.
Do what? Rum. All right. Look at that one.
No, I believe he's about the same size. Gosh, he's a pretty fish.
Right, that's a nice one, Bill. See somebody though? What you got, Kurt? What's wrong?
Oh, yeah. You got one?
Look at that, Bill.
I couldn't tell you. It's no amberjack, that's for sure.
That's good.
He's way out there. Looks more like a mackerel the way he's... Oh, barracuda. Is that a 2-speed too?
Yeah.
tell you what,
This fish is coming on.
this is fast fishing because we aren't even having a chance to get a break before something else jumps. That's the beauty about
This
these
fish is-
wrecks. You don't know what's down there.
This fish is on top, whatever it is.
But I believe you got some weight on him now. Sure is. Boy, it's pretty water right here. There's all kind of fish down there. Look, he's right on top. Look,
Yeah,
look,
wow, what
look,
is it?
What is it? It's a cobia. No, it must be a huge one.
If that's a king mackerel, it's the biggest one I ever had on. Look at him.
I think it's a cobia. Look, it may be a shark. See that fin sticking
It
out?
want a shark fin.
Man, Kurt, I believe you got a nice king. Got him right to the side. Watch out. Watch out for a shark, man. There might be something after
What we're
him.
gonna do, I just wanna let you bring him right up.
Wow, wow. Look at this king mackerel.
Look at that pretty fish.
Good
Man.
golly, Miss Molly.
Oh, look.
That mackerel boys be up here next.
Man, how much?
Good job, Kurt.
That's at least a 30-pounder, ain't it?
Yeah.
That's more than 30.
Man,
Woo.
that's pretty fish.
You did a good job. On that lighter tackle, too.
Man, way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, money.
That's a pretty catch,
Boy.
Joe.
Let's find another amberjack.
Yeah,
Man,
that box.
That's a nice king right there.
Foul hook.
Got him foul hook right in the side. That's why he stayed up, probably. Man,
Woo.
what you got this time? You in high gear? No. You've already dropped down. You double clutcher, you. That's got a,
Ain't take drag.
that's got, you wanna go up with it a little bit? No. Huh?
Yeah, he said this is the highest
Yeah, well, that's
100-pound test.
is this a 100-pound test here?
Yeah, you got 100.
Yeah, go ahead on over the butt. You may do it for Woody?
Do it,
Kurt,
bro.
you wanted to be free.
There you go, there you go.
100-pound line.
Now you're talking. Now you better not let him pull you in.
On this one, Kurt.
Is your line spooling okay?
Yeah.
Okay. When they make that, like that run right there,
Man.
that's one-on-one, isn't it? Dang, gone. It makes you want to lean back into him. Let him, I see him. I
You see him?
I saw a little something. I don't know if it's him or some more. All right, you doing good. When they make that lunge, though, they mean business. Like that right there.
Man.
Ooh, ooh. Good pull. Make a man out of you. I tell you what, for summertime blues, when there's not much going on and you want some action, this is not a bad place to come to a wreck.
Yeah, no
Fish for
telling.
these things. So this is just plain fun, I think.
I see him.
Look at the
That's
size
a
of
nice
that.
one.
Look at it. Hooked right in the corner of the mouth.
Oh,
That's a pretty fish.
I don't know how it didn't pull loose.
Look there. Look behind. Look at that bear.
Yeah, look at the size of that
Right
thing.
behind him.
Yeah, I
Let me
see.
reel this one in.
Give me that bottom jaw there.
Where's that barracuda?
Right there.
You got him?
There he is, right there. Hey, come on, baby.
Bill, I think he's got you beat.
Take a look here.
Look at that one, Kurt.
Yeah, hold
There,
that.
go on.
How much reckon he weighs?
This fish is pushing 40. Would you agree, Captain? 40, 45.
Yeah.
Whew.
That's
I'll
a
tell you what, I'm
big
gonna
fish.
shoot him right in the water.
All right.
Let him.
Amberjack, very powerful fish, but that's a good example of how our anglers were able to get them out of those shipwrecks.
That's right, with good stout tackle, and that's what you need. They're very, very powerful fish. We don't want to overemphasize it, but they are, and all you have to do is hook into one of moderate size to find that out. They're not a noted table fish, but they are edible. They tend to have worms occasionally, and that's, I think a lot of anglers are turned off by that, but just a great, great sport fish.
We mentioned tackle several times. Let's go to gear time and find out what you're going to need to catch an amberjack.
Well, today we're headed out to the wrecks. Fishing was a little bit slow, so we're headed to the wrecks to try to catch some amberjacks. And these rascals like to get right in the wrecks when they first hook them, so we're using some kind of heavy tackle, using the pin 50 wide 2-speed with some number 7 leader wire and about a 6/0 heavy duty hook. And that way when you hook them, you can get them right out of the wreck, or else she's going to take you down there and cut you off on some barnacles, the sharp edge of the wreck or something. But today the water was just a little bit dingy, so we had to use a downrigger to help us get down under the kind of cloudy water. And we had about a 10-pound weight on it and a release clip, so you get down in the kind of clear water down there where they live. And once you hook one and pull him up a little bit, then you can fire another couple baits out there and get them on. Hopefully get 2 or 3 hooked up at a time. Tell them about your reel, Els.
This here is the pin. It's a 2-speed reel like the 50 wide that Rom showed. It's a 30 wide though. It's a little bit lighter drag system. It still has the 2-speed handle, so you can put it in lower gear and crank them up out of the wrecks. The 30 wide, a little bit lighter tackle is a little better suited for the treble hook rigs we used this morning. But we found that some of the larger fish were escaping right close to the boat, and we were investing a little too much time in them to lose them. So we switched over to this rig that Rom's got in his hand, which is really good for conservation also.
Yeah, this is just your standard circle hook, like you use either bluefin fishing or bottom fishing for snappers or groupers mostly, where it catches them right in the corner of the mouth. You don't gut hook any fish, and it's a real strong hook, so you can put a lot of pressure on it. And we just rigged it with about 5 feet of number 7 single strand stainless, and really probably you'd get more bites with monofilament, but around wrecks you're going to have a lot of barracudas. And in fact, we caught a couple barracudas today, so that's the reason for going with the wire, because amberjack seem to bite it just about as well as mono, and you get a big old barracuda, or even today we were lucky enough to get a big king mackerel. So if we'd have been using mono, we might not have got him. But today for bait, we just stopped real quick around most marinas and caught some little pinfish. You can use either take some small hooks or a cast net and throw a little bit of bait in the water and catch a little pinfish or a spot, or anything you catch small around the dock will work good. Or if sometimes you can catch menhaden, if you can find them, they also are excellent baits. But that's mainly what we used for bait today, was just whole pinfish.
Thanks, guys, for that information. Once again, remember, if you're going to be fishing for amberjack, rig heavy. It's just that simple. Now, Kelly Davis is standing by. Let's join Kelly and Nature Break.
In the fall, when the heat and humidity decreases, my interest in botanizing increases. Now, botanizing is the term that someone coined for when you poke around outside looking for and identifying wild plants. Now, I really enjoy botanizing for wildflowers. Today we're going to look at some of the wildflowers you see in the fall, starting with this showstopper, the passion flower. Now, this is a wonderful wildflower that grows throughout the southeast, along ditch banks and in hedgerows. When Spanish explorers first found members of this genus in South America, they thought that it was a symbol of Christ. They said that the 5 sepals, which are the false petals around the bottom, plus the 5 white petals together totaled the 10 disciples, excluding Peter and Judas, and that the purple filaments were Christ's crown of thorns, and that the tendrils on the plant were the whips that he was tortured with, and the palm-shaped leaves were the hands of his persecutors. Another knockout is this flower, the cardinal flower. Now, this plant is found throughout the southeast in wet places, along ditch banks, stream banks, and in wet meadows. Grows tall as 4 feet, and its bright red flowers are very visible from quite a distance. Now, the part of the flower that contains the petals is called the corolla. And in this flower, which is a member of the lobelia genus, there are 2 lobes that make up the corolla. The bottom lobe has 3 petals and the top lobe has 2. The lobes come together to form a slender tube, and coming out of the tube are the male parts of the flower called the stamens. We've looked at a purple flower and a red one. Now how about a blue one? This is a wildflower called a dayflower. It's an annual that grows in the southeast in wet places such as in low woods and along ditch banks. It has 2 large blue petals on the top side and a small inconspicuous white lower flower. Now, the dayflower has a special leaf called a spathe that surrounds the flower buds. Each dayflower bloom lasts only a day, but as it drops off, another one blooms right behind it. Our next wildflower blooms in the fall, but it starts blooming in May. That's meadow beauty. It's a perennial that grows about 2 feet tall, lives throughout the southeast along roadsides and ditch banks, has 4 petals that range in color from a rosy red to a lavender to almost white, and 8 very bright yellow stamens. Now how about a yellow wildflower, a big yellow one? This is the wild sunflower. It grows throughout North Carolina and most of the southeast, although it was probably introduced from more western locales. It grows to 12 feet tall and it has between 12 and 20 yellow ray flowers and a dull yellow disc. Now the wild sunflower is often planted in gardens because its roots are good to eat. They're good pickled. As a matter of fact, early settlers sent the roots of this plant back to Europe, particularly to England and Italy, where it could be grown by their relatives. And it's from the Italians that we get the other common name of the wild sunflower, the Jerusalem artichoke. Our last wildflower is the horse nettle. It's native to the southeastern United States. It grows in fields, along roadsides, and in gardens. If you've ever tried to pull one up from your garden, you know that it has prickles on the undersides of its leaves and along its stems. This plant grows to be about 24 inches tall. It's perennial and it spreads by underground roots called rhizomes. It might be common, but it's beautiful. This and other fall wildflowers are out there just waiting to provide you a visual feast. So go on out and see for yourself. This is Kelly Davis. See you next week.
Thanks a lot, Kelly, and I'll tell you what, when you get out there and start looking for those wildflowers, you'll find a lot of different varieties. But Joe, we just don't think about flowers in the fall of the year.
You really don't. I think the changing of the leaves take center stage and get everybody's attention. But I was really taken by the variety of color that's out there. We covered 6 different varieties that day, and they really lighten up the landscape.
Let's go back to the Amberjack. That particular day, we had some great help from a dive boat.
We really did. We lost our Loran going out, and the wrecks that we were fishing were 20, 25 miles offshore, and they're not marked by buoys. You have to have Loran numbers to find them. And so Ron knew it, the captain of a dive boat who was already on one of the wrecks. He got out there before we did, got us in the right direction. We got up there with him and pointed out where the wreck was, and we caught some fish, and then we moved, and he moved with us and helped us locate another wreck. And so he was instrumental in us catching fish that day, and I think it was a great example of working together. And a lot of times when dive boats and sport fishing boats meet on wrecks offshore, it's not a good day some days, but this was a great day, and it was all because of the dive boat.
All right, bottom line on that Amberjack, when you get ready to go, rig heavy and plan on having a day of hard work, because once you get them, they are hard to get up. That's a very fighting fish. For Joe Albee, I'm John Moore. Thanks for joining us on the Carolina Outdoor Journal.
Make sure to visit our website for more information.
Grady White boats are known for uncompromising quality through exceptional attention to detail. On every model, from 18 to 45 feet, we incorporate exclusive features and quality components that you won't find on any other boat brands. Our exclusive CV2 hull design is ranked highest in every third-party survey done in the marine industry. So every day on the water will be a great day, no matter the conditions. Ask any Grady White owner and they'll tell you, get the Grady.